What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. I got a lot of questions going on about what are we going to do with Jerkface. Well, we actually already got rid of him, and if you guys caught the last video we did about Jerkface, he was taken to the auction and sold. I do not know the outcome. I don't know who bought him or anything else. I didn't stay for the auction because he was the only animal we took up there. And that particular auction here in Northeast Oklahoma does not allow any video or filming because they have had problems with PETA in the past. So we just took him there and he is gone, but we're gonna go take a look at the herd, see how they're doing. Yesterday I did have to doctor 2 sick goats. I had a sick goat over here, one of the Spanish goats, and I had a sick goat over in the pygmy Kiko pen. I don't know if it is actual worms or not, but I went ahead and doctored them for it. They were a little pale in their eyelids, but I don't know. Right now it is fall time, so you kind of look around on the ground and stuff. There's a lot of leaves falling down. The goats like to say chips are falling from the sky because they love potato chips. I'm just kidding, they don't say anything, but they absolutely love all these leaves falling down, and sometimes they gorge themselves on these leaves and it can cause some scours or diarrhea. So I went ahead and doctored them appropriately. We'll go check them out and see how they're doing today. But first I need to grab a bucket of the loose trace mineral, because these goats on both sides of the pastures, both herds of our goats, they are devouring this mineral, and you know, that's a good thing. It's like vitamins, and they should all be pregnant over in the big pen. And I just seen Chip just yesterday. He was actually starting to breed some of our pygmy Kiko nannies over here. So let me grab a bucket of the mineral, and then we'll go check them out. We'll fill their mineral feeder up in the barn and see how everybody's doing. We might go check on the pigs, make sure that water is still working good. Alright, so I save all these old coffee containers because they come in great when you live on a farm. You can carry all kinds of good stuff in there. And I just noticed something. Where is my chicken stalker? I don't see red nowhere. The stalking chicken. So the turkeys have found their way over into this pen, and this is the first year they've ever actually done that. But they love it over there because there's all kinds of woods, and they like getting in the woods and scratching and finding bugs and all that. What do you know, Miss Daisy? Huh? What do you know, girl? You a pretty girl? There's the twins. You girls need some mineral. Here's what the mineral looks like in the sunshine. All kinds of different stuff in there. Salt. And then all the different kinds of trace minerals. So let's go fill their little mineral feeder up. Nope, there's a chicken in here. This is the Americana chicken that likes to hang out with the goats. She follows these goats all around the pasture. And still got that selenium block they're working on there. Let's see if they, yeah. See, they have been going through this about every week. I've been having to fill it up. Let me fill it up and step back and see what happens. Yeah, they absolutely love it. And that's a good thing. You guys like that stuff? You can wash their tongues, it's funny. Alright, let's see if we can't find the little goat that I doctored yesterday. I think he's outside. It's actually a little Spanish buck. A solid black Spanish buck I didn't know we had. Or actually I forgot, I did know, I just forgot. And if I knew I would have had him still, I should have hauled him off to the auction with Jerkface. Here's the evil goat. She always stares at me with these crazy eyes. Look at her. There is the new breeding buck that we'll hopefully use in the future. Oh, L. What do you know, buddy? He's got the pretty color. And I can't wait to see what this Kiko buck, what kind of colors he throws on these solid black Spanish goats. There's nothing in there, girl. Alright, let's go check. You know, Days. How's it going, guys? So there's a little sick goat I doctored yesterday. And he got really bad diarrhea, but I checked his color and everything seemed fine, but he just didn't act like he felt good. You can see he's still got a mess on him. So we'll watch him and make sure he's recovering, because once you notice a goat has scours, if you do not act quickly, they can go down real quick. The only benefit of raising these Kikos in Spanish, when you got sick ones, usually if we get a sick one, we won't keep them in the herd. We'll get rid of them. We'll make them a butcher goat, whatever, because you don't want those bad genetics bred into your herd. But in this case, it could just be, a change of diet, because he was born really late in this spring. So he's probably on the verge of getting weaned, and he's starting to eat these leaves and a lot of grass. And sometimes, like, changes in their diet, that can cause scours or diarrhea. So we'll just keep a good eye on him. And if goat farmers say they never have sick goats, or they never have to doctor their goats, they're probably lying. And yes, Kiko and Spanish are a very hardy herd, but you still got to keep your eye out for them. Sometimes they might be born without the strong genetics that most of those Spanish and Kiko carry, so you really got to keep an eye on them. And if you got one that is always causing a problem or always sick, it does make sense to get rid of it, or don't breed them back into your herd. Just make sure that you carry on the good genetics. Miss Daisy wants to say hi to everybody. What do you know, pretty girl? Huh? What do you know? You're doing a good job chasing them stupid birds off, ain't you? We've been having some weird birds land at the pond. I guess they're migrating south for the winter, but they're like, I don't know what they are. They're weird. And it looked like they started chasing the goats. The goats would go over there and try to get a drink, and these birds are like trying to chase the goats. So Daisy didn't like that, so she chased them all. Right? You're a good girl. All right, let's go check on the pigs real quick. Then we'll go fill up the Pygmy Kiko mineral. So I'm coming down here to the hog pen. If you guys caught one of the last videos where I replaced that Sioux manufacturer brand self-waterer, the little float valve that was broke, I replaced that. And we're coming down here to make sure that it is still working correctly, because we are fixing to go on a little mini vacation, our family and Keeping It Dutch's family. We're getting together and going on a little mini vacation. And I don't know if I'll record any videos or not of that, but I'm sure he probably will. He'll probably vlog it, so keep an eye out for that. On his channel, if you're not subscribed to him, go check him out at Keeping It Dutch. And I'm sure he'll have a video coming out on our adventure. By the time this video gets out, you guys will get it. We'll be back, because I'm recording this like a week in advance, just because don't need anybody coming up here when we're not home, even though my dad's gonna come over and check the animals daily and all that good stuff. But looks like the water is working. Still got good water in there. Make sure this little foot valve's working. Yep, it works and it shuts off. So yeah, we're gonna do a little mini vacation. The kids are on fall break this week. We'll be leaving in a couple days. So I'm gonna come out here. I wanted to make sure that the water is working. I wanna make sure the pond's got water in it just as a backup. And of course, I wanna make sure that their feeder has enough food, that they'll be fine. That way my dad don't have to try to load any feed or anything in the feeder. There's trouble. Come here, pig. Come here, pig. Come on. There you go, pigs. Yeah, pig, 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 pig. I ain't got no treats for you. I'm making it quick today. Yep. Jabba, what do you know, buddy? No death nap today, huh? Huh? Come here. Come here, old pal. Oh yeah, good boy. He's a little wet. He's been in the pond, I think. All right, let's see. Got food, not a lot, but they got some. You guys, I don't know. Friendly visitors. Alright guys, let's go check on the Pygmy Kikos. Pigs are good. So if you missed the last video I did of the pigs, they are on full cracked corn now. A lot of people say, why do you do that? It's just something that has always been taught to me. Ever since we've been raising pigs, people would always say, You need to finish them out on cracked corn. Okay, sorry, I had a phone call I had to take. Didn't mean to cut you guys off, but as I was saying, I have always been told to finish your pigs off on corn, like straight corn, for the last 30 days. I don't know if it makes a difference or not, but just about everybody I know around here does that. It's a lower protein, and I think maybe what people say is it gives your hogs a little bit of a better flavor if you finish them off on corn. It's something we've been doing, and we have had no complaints on the flavor of our pork. We always love it, and we'll just keep doing it because it seems to be working. They're not going to grow a lot more on just straight corn, of course, because it is a lower protein. But if you can kind of give them a little bit of a flavor. I'm not feeding you yet, boy. Mojo's coming. He thinks I got his food. Anyways, I don't know where Red is. I think I seen her over there by the tractor. If she's got bugs or something, she probably ain't gonna come stalk me just yet. But of course, these goats are all the way down the holler, so they're not gonna be up here. So anyways, I'm gonna fill this up, and then we'll walk down and make sure all the goats are okay. Yep, empty. There you go. Come on, goats. Come on, goats. Come on. I just want to check on the one that I doctored yesterday to make sure she's still hanging in there. I don't see her laying around anywhere, so that's a good sign. Come on, guys. What do you know? Huh? There's Miss Cammy, right there. She is the little goat I doctored yesterday. She seems to be doing better already. What do you know, Ebony? Huh? Come here. What do you know, girl? So the turkeys, the goats, they all graze together. They're all friends. That's a good thing. Ghostface, what do you know, girl? So this goat is one of the first goats we've ever raised. The one that looks like a little deer. She's one of the first goats we ever raised that is naturally polled, or what that means is born without horns. So that's pretty cool. And there's little Cammy. She's the one that was sick, and I went ahead and doctored her. And there's Chip. He is the male over here that's going to be breeding all these beautiful girls, and he's been busy. Cammy, how you feeling today, girl? Alright. We'll turn their water off and we'll wrap this video up. They love these leaves. And then they're getting underneath some of these oak trees like this one here, because when these acorns fall, they absolutely eat the acorns up like candy. As I was walking by this hay bale, I just noticed this. I had to look twice because I thought that was red. But it's not, it's just one of her sisters sitting on some eggs. Alright, there you go. Did our checks. Everything is looking good so far. I think our little sick goats, I think they're going to be better. Got their minerals filled up. They're good to go. I got one more thing to show you. Finally got the winch for the front of the truck. I don't know if I'll put that on tonight or not. That thing weighs 88 pounds, believe it or not. But I really love how the truck's turning out, guys. For those of you that has been interested, I know some of you could care less, but I love the ARB bumper. I had one little problem, and this is kind of a funny story. The other day we drove it to town. We had our local town had its birthday, I guess you could say. It was the first white settlement in Oklahoma. Anyways, every year, about the first Saturday of October, they do a parade and just festivities and all that type of stuff. So I drove the truck down there. The family rode with me, and as soon as we got to town, it started making an awful noise, and it sounded like the wheels were gonna fall off. So I got it home and I looked at it, and I took all the wheels off and checked everything up front, all the suspension, made sure all the bolts were tightened because I did put the lift kit on. Anything I touched, I went back and checked. I could not find anything. I strapped my GoPro underneath it with the magnetic base. I drove about 10 miles, come back, and I could not figure out where the sound was coming from. Well, finally I had Rachel get in it. Yes, I trust my wife enough where I let her get in my truck, and I got underneath the truck and listened, and there was a noise coming from right behind the grill. And what it is there is a little bracket that it used to hold on the old bumper, and it's kind of attached to the front of the radiator. The nut fell off, and it was just allowing that to squeak enough where it made it sound like the front end of the truck was falling off. And I looked at Rachel, I said, "You're a genius, you helped me figure this out." Anyways, got it tightened up, sprayed a little oil on it, tightened it up. Good as new, no more sound, so I have been super pleased. No, Mojo, you want to say anything before I get off here, buddy? No? No? He just shook his head no. So. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for the continued support. If you got any questions, you can email us, leave it in the comments. Just let us know. A lot of people has been emailing us. That's usually the best way to get a hold of us. And if you have Facebook, make sure you like our page at Hidden Heights Farm on Facebook. Follow us there. We have been uploading all of our old videos. And right now we're about exactly a year behind. So if you guys want to catch up on any of those videos, go check it out. And thank you guys so much for that. Has already liked our Instagram and our Facebook. We appreciate it. So if you're not subscribed to us here on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, and we'll see you next time.